screen.
It's right here. You mean this?
Mm-hmm. And hit play.
Okay. All right. So, again, if you're just coming in to the meeting, I am Ms. Shahid. I am your second grade teacher. And we are going to talk today about the rules for virtual learning. Like when we have our Zoom, I'm going to go ahead and mute during this time so that way everyone can hear and there's no distractions. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about are these Zoom rules. And I kind of went over it in the parent meeting on Friday. So your parents got to hear it. Maybe some of you also got to hear it. So these are just some important things to remember when we're having these live lessons, either for language arts or for math. First thing is try to be on time if you can. Always be prepared. Like if we ask you to have something with you that day for the lesson, try to make sure that you are prepared and you have your materials with you. And it's good to have an adult present. I mean, they don't have to be right next to you, but maybe they're close by to you in case you have problems like with the computer or the iPad, or you might have a question for them, or I might even have a question for them. So it's good to have an adult nearby you. The next one is meet from kitchen or living room. If that's a good, quiet place for you to meet, then that would be great. You may have a better place that you can meet from. Maybe it's in your bedroom or a quiet little corner or somewhere. So you need to choose a nice place that you can listen and where you're not super distracted by noise and other things for our Zoom lessons. Always turn on your video. I want to be able to see your cute little faces. And I may be asking you questions, so you always want to have your video on. Please mute yourself until it is your turn to talk. Usually the way that the Zoom meetings are set up is everyone comes in on mute. And we may let you unmute, in the beginning just to say hi for greetings. But once like the lesson starts, it's good to mute so we don't hear any background noises or anything like that. Also, the next one is raise your hand if you want to talk. So if you have a question, the best way, just like in class, to get my attention is to raise your hand. No chatting while the teacher is talking. So make sure, and if somebody's asking you a question at home, that's one thing, but try to keep your focus on the lesson and no chatting, with the other students that are online as well. And then the last one, of course, is be respectful. Like if we're having a class discussion, let's just use positive words. We don't make fun of people. We take turns when we're talking, just things like that. Just be respectful, okay? So, let me stop sharing. Okay, so from what I just talked about with the Zoom rules, does anyone have any questions about that? If you do, you can raise your hand and I'll call and I'll unmute you. Okay, looks good. Looks like you all understand. That is awesome. Okay, so something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about is logging into Seesaw, okay? This is really, really important. I know a lot of your parents have been asking questions like, I can't get into Seesaw. What's the class code? There is no class code, okay? You cannot get on Seesaw through the Seesaw app. You have to go to Rapid ID. So what you'll have to do, and this is important, you have to go through the AISD.net website, and then you go to the At Home Learning Hub. And you're going to have to log in. Do y'all remember last year when you logged in and you would have to use the first 5 letters of your last name and your lunch number together? You guys remember that? Okay, that's the same thing. So for example, and I'm going to kind of write it on the board. Hopefully you guys will see it. then my lunch number, I'm just going to make it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 6. I think there's 6 numbers. Yeah. So, my first 5 letters of my last name, and then my lunch number, all together with no space. Now, the part that's going to be different this year is, oops, I have somebody joining. Hold on. Okay, so the part that's going to be a little different this year is that your password is going to change. Do you remember last year our password started with a capital A and then ISD 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah? Okay, I see you all nodding. Yes. So it's going to be a little different. It's still going to be a capital A. So it'll still be, you know what, I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer so you guys can see. Okay, so it'll be a capital. You always have to do a capital A, ISD. But then instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to change to, and it's going to be a little bit harder to do this one, but the 4 digits of the birth year, so the year you were born. So like if you were born in 2013, you would write 2013. And then right after that, and again, no spaces, you have to do a 2-digit birth month. So if you were born in June, it's the month of that, the year is the 6th month. So you would put 06 for June, and then the day you were born. So if you were born on the 28th, you would write 28. So this would be your password. This, not exactly like this, because everyone will be different, but in order to log in now, your password will look something like this. Capital A, ISD, your 4-digit birth year, so it could be 2012, 2013, whatever it is, then the 2-digit month you were born in. So if you were born in December, December is the 12th month, so you would put a 12 there. If you were born in October, you would put a 10 there, because October is the 10th month. And then the 28th would be whatever, that would be the day that you're born. So if you were born on the 2nd of a month, instead of putting just a 2, you put a 02, because it has to be 2 digits. Okay, and it has to be all together with no spaces. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit harder. You're probably going to have to get one of your parents or a big brother or sister to help you. So it's going to be a little more difficult to do that, but hopefully you'll kind of get used to it after a while, and you'll be able to memorize that and remember what to type in. But I'm pretty sure it's going to take you a little while to figure out how to do that. Okay. So please, please, please remember, do not try to log on to Seesaw through the app. You can't use it in the app. There's no class code. You have to use the Rapid ID to log into Seesaw. Also, you will have a couple assignments to do today and every day through Seesaw, so make sure when you can that you log in each day and do your assignments. Now, if you run out of time or you get busy where you can't get them all done in one day, it's okay. You have until Friday, like 5 p.m. on Friday, to try to finish all the assignments for that week, okay? But try to log in each day if you can, because I have to take attendance every day. So like right now, all of you that are here on Zoom, you're already marked present because I can see your faces and I know you're here. Now, you don't always have to be on Zoom in order for me to take attendance. Like if you maybe you were feeling sick in the morning and you didn't get a chance to log in, or something came up, or you had a doctor's appointment where you couldn't get on this Zoom lesson, but maybe later on you signed into Seesaw and you got your assignment done, then that tells me, oh, this person did their assignment today on Zoom, so they will be marked present for attendance, okay? So you can get present either by showing up on Zoom, or getting on Seesaw to do your work. Okay, does that make sense? Good, awesome. So today we've talked about rules so far. We've talked about how to log into Seesaw. I know that some people, I got some messages today that some people lost power. Did any of you guys lose power last night from the storm? Yeah, I live in Grand Prairie and I lost it for about 2 hours last night, but it came back on. Okay, yeah? Okay, well, obviously you guys are on now, so that's good. That means maybe you've got power going right now, which is awesome. All right, so something else that I wanted to talk to you about is, and let me see if I can share my screen again. No, that's not what I want. Hold on, that's not the right one. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on Seesaw, I'm going to scroll all the way down here. So you have a few assignments that you have scheduled to do today. Today is August 17th. So these assignments actually came out at 8 a.m. Usually all the assignments for the day will come out at 8 a.m. in the morning. So this one is a science assignment. It's just a back to school, this is how I am feeling assignment that you can do. So that'll be during science time. You also have for today, if this is like your social studies activity for today, which is titled We, the Digital Citizens. So it's a cute little activity, and those are the instructions on all of our Seesaw activities, guys. You will have instructions typed in, but I also record instructions. Okay, so like if you look right here where it says play instructions, it's basically going to read similar to what the instructions are. In case you don't feel like reading the instructions or don't want to, you can listen. So I'm going to play it for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Good morning, second graders. In this activity, students will be able to understand that being a good digital citizen means being safe and responsible online. So, in order to complete this assignment, the first thing you will do is tap the add button. Then you will tap the link and watch the video about being a good digital citizen. Then you will think back to what you saw in the video and pick one way you can be a good digital citizen. After that, you will draw a picture to show how you will be a good digital citizen. Then tap on the mic and explain what you will do to be a good digital citizen. When you are done recording, make sure you listen to your recording. And finally, tap the check button when you are finished so that you can submit your assignment. Okay, so see, for every assignment you'll have the instructions typed in there and the recording of the instructions so you can listen to it as well. So that is the social studies assignment that you have for today. And then this is, it's a My First Day of School assignment that you will be doing. And this is actually scheduled for you to do after our live Zoom meeting if you're able to get on Zoom today. So you have like a little, it's a My First Day. Let me see if it'll let me click on it. So it looks like this, and you can take a picture of yourself and put it there. If you're using an iPad or something, you can just take a little picture and download. If you're not able to, for some reason, upload a picture of yourself, you can even draw one using like the drawing tools. But if you can do a picture, that would work as well. And then you're just gonna basically fill out this information, your name, how